Bada bing, bada boom. Social Inform Media.
The story comes to us from nytimes.com. From the New York Times. Now, the January 6th incident, we'll call it, that happened at the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. is not over. We're still seeing fallout from that. In fact, one of them is an ex-firefighter who's allowed to retire, apparently, because the retired firefighter who threw a fire extinguisher at a group of police officers, this is a firefighter, threw a fire extinguisher at police officers, you'd think he would be supporting them. But he threw a fire extinguisher at a group of police officers during the January 6th Capitol incident. He's been sentenced to more than 4 years in prison. Prosecutors said the former firefighter, Robert Sanford, who's 57, of Boothwyn, Pennsylvania, had struck 3 police officers in the head with the extinguisher, injuring at least 2 of them. Sanford, who later said he had gone to the Capitol in the direction of former President Donald Trump, also threw traffic cone at the officers and called them traitors, according to documents filed in U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia. They all said that, like, the president told us to come here. Trump told us to come here. Remember the one lady, too, she said, I was told to go there by Donald Trump. He should be trying to get me out of trouble. No, because you're an idiot. On Tuesday, Mr. Sanford was sentenced to 52 months in prison and 36 months of supervised release after having pled guilty in September to assaulting law enforcement officers with a dangerous weapon. That was probably a plea. His attorney probably talked him into that plea deal. Other charges were dropped as part of a plea agreement. Sanford was also ordered to pay more than $5,500 in restitution to the Capitol and for medical expenses incurred by one of the injured officers. More than 300 people have been charged in connection with the Capitol riot, and by January, nearly 200 defendants, that's January of this year, nearly 200 defendants had been sentenced to prison time, the Department of Justice said. The longest sentence was a 10-year term handed down to a retired New York City police officer who swung a metal flagpole at a Washington officer. He got 10 years. Wow. And then it talks about that day and how he went there and he boarded the bus to go there on January 6th with a nonprofit group, Turning Point USA, to attend the Stop the Steal rally. Remember, they said they stole the election. Now, August of last year, he sought therapy and began working with a cult deprogramming specialist to try to understand his behavior. I'll help you understand it. You're an effing idiot. But it goes down from there. They talk about, conspiratorial rabbit holes and so forth. It just goes to show, look, man, if someone's doing something stupid and they're going to jump off a bridge, go, I'll watch you fall. But I'm not going to say, see you on the way down. No.